So over on mat number 2. Hopkins with the big win. So Liam Volk Klos will get the match that you can tell your kids about one day.
Mm-hmm.
And for American, give it up for your eagle, Liam Volk Klos.
Klos has taken on Aj Ferrari. Again, the first wrestler, the third wrestler, true freshman at the storied Oklahoma State program to win a national championship. Just the accolades all there. His second year, car accident, as he was #1 ranked wrestler in the nation. Didn't wrestle after that. Ended up moving on. Some other issues. Was at Iowa taking a redshirt year, an Olympic redshirt. And then ended up at Cal State Bakersfield as they'll put 3 on the board quickly. And talking to Luke Smith, kind of, they had an assistant to do him on Instagram, kind of put the feelers out there. And one thing they told Ferrari was, hey, we want you to be a great wrestler, we want you to be a good person as well. And Ferrari really liked that, and kind of that aspect of kind of rebuilding everything, as he's looking to build a pin right here. But really liked the way that Coach Smith kind of approached it that way, being a better guy. And obviously he's looking to get himself back to his standards, but also help elevate this Bakersfield program back to their standards.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of taking it to Volk Klos right now. He's got him pretty tangled up. Volk Klos doing a good job of, at least trying to fight off his back, not give up 6 here, but it's a lot of time and energy to fight off.
And again, when you're a Ferrari, I'm sure his teammates looking at this, we can't do this, but you look at the lessons you can take, the patience of a Ferrari, where just kind of systematically just waiting, kind of making Volk Klos fight his way out of it. Eventually does. But you never kind of get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's pretty intentional and, pretty much whatever, depending on who he's wrestling. Some guys definitely give him some fits, but he's really solid. He's a strong dude, and, has just he's pretty athletic as well, and shows that here, and, in a pretty dominating fashion so far.
Yeah, back to what Coach Smith said, it really kind of, a lot of folks were focused on what AJ could do for their program. I told him, you're a great wrestler. My goal is make you the best person you could be, which I think will make you a better wrestler. And he said Ferrari's parents even said to him, look, we can see the difference in just kind of how he's managing himself emotionally on the mat, which was obviously one of his drawbacks, and being able to kind of keep that control, because AJ Ferrari, obviously we know he's a guy that can win an NCAA championship. I think in his mind, he wants to win an Olympic gold medal at some point. To be able to do that, he's got to kind of manage those emotions with the talent.
For sure. I mean, yeah, you definitely need that. I mean, you want to be able to, that's what's going to help you get to the next level. There's not a whole lot of, I'm sure there are some, but there are not a whole lot of elite athletes that can, get to that Olympic level, be Olympic champions with that, can't control their emotions and, can't, don't have it all in some way a little bit together. I'm sure there are examples of where that's not the case, but, on 90% of your high-level athletes at the Olympics are, can control all aspects of what they're trying to accomplish.
And so it's been a mutually beneficial relationship for both sides. And I think Coach Smith also said just kind of, getting out of the spotlight a little bit. He had that intense light on him early on in his career, and to kind of go back, reestablish himself in a place like Bakersfield. I think, you can go out, go have a little bit of Mexican food on the weekend in a place, where it's kind of a little laid back, and, he's still going to have the spotlight because, again, he's a star on social media, but I think it's a different pace for him, and again, it's been a good one so far. So starting the second period, 7-0 lead for Aj Ferrari on Liam Volk Klos. Volk Klos fought out of a pinning situation.
Yeah, it's really only just one sequence that Ferrari's been able to put together on Volk Klos right there at the beginning. That might change here with him looking to get to work on top, but a little potentially dangerous there on Ferrari.
Apologize, we missed a fall on the other mat as Brian Caves got the fall to make it eventually a 22-16 Campbell win against Landon Sargent. Remember, he's filling in for Tay Gagliali, who the All-American, who suffered an injury and recently announced that he would not be wrestling the rest of the year. So Caves gets the win there, but still it's a Campbell win. Right now, Bakersfield with the 20-9 team score lead on American.
Yeah, I mean, one big thing about today is I know we're seeing it now. We saw it on the other mat. 197 is, kind of across the board. 3 out of the 4 schools are really solid. And in heavyweight, you got 3 really good wrestlers. And, unfortunately that Campbell's starter is out. But, you've got some pretty competitive heavyweights here today as Ferrari's finding more back points.
So both the Chippewas and the Camels will take a little time to rest up before their next dual meet starts. Mat number 1 got a little bit behind on a timing issue. Had to figure all that out. Timing and scoring system.
Ferrari here looking for a little. Jacobs got his 4 swipes already. He's able to reset and come out front. Maybe capture that head and slide back.
Volk Klos doing his best to stay off his back. But Ferrari is such a tough customer.
Yeah, short time here.
2 seconds, and Volk Klos will give up the 4 back points, but he'll make it to the 3rd period. Down at 11-0. Ferrari's got the riding time locked in as well. And when I asked Coach Smith about Ferrari, he kind of said, kid logs his food, his training, he's the most dedicated I've ever been around. And, it's one of those things that he kind of said to him, look, you put all this work in, you can't let impulse kind of ruin that. That's why you have to keep those emotions in check, those type of things, because you are so dedicated and everything towards what you're trying to do. You can't let all this planning go awry because of it.
Yeah, well, you've got to stay focused on all assets, right, to kind of finish the season on a high note. Limit those distractions.
And the other thing he said, not only bringing some more light to the Bakersfield program, but, when you look at the other guys in the room, they all may say, look, I can't be as good as him, but I see how he trains. I can take my level of training up. As Ferrari, like he was in a bad spot for about a millisecond, and then, of course, turned it back down like he does.
Yeah, it's, I don't know Ferrari to be an upper body guy, so when I saw him do that, roll with Volk Klos there, he should have felt a little more confident in that position, but, Ferrari just muscling him now and looking to finish. Volk Klos is going to find his way out and save a team point, maybe.
And there's your 4. And there's your tech fall. So Aj Ferrari with the 19-1 win. As Bakersfield clinches the win with the 5-point victory by Ferrari. And now a 25-9 team score. As he gets a handshake from Jason Borelli, we head off to heavyweight. It should be a good one.